let's move the flesh from the sit bones and sit tall. Extend the hands to the knees, close the eyes. And just any cross-legged position is fine, whatever feels comfortable for your hips this morning. Take a moment to settle into the bolster or blanket or earth. And then from the rooting, lift through the crown of the head and create extension. Space between each of the vertebrae. And as you feel the spine growing longer, you can almost think of it as like holding up a string of pearls. Let everything else soften down, so shoulders relax. Feel that continual lift through the crown of the head, but the chin is drawn in. Feel length in the waist, room in the abdomen, but a softness through the belly. And from here, begin to just observe the breath, coming in and going out with ease and grace. Notice this morning if the inhalation is longer or the exhalation. Or are they balanced? And then see if you can start to encourage them to move to a state of samavriti to begin with. So even inhale, even exhale. And it's helpful to count the length of the exhale and then match the inhale to that. Maybe for a few more rounds, counting in the mind to establish balance. And sometimes it's helpful to bring the ujjayi sound into the practice in a gentle way. So soft ocean wave or whisper type sound to the breath. And this gives us an auditory reminder of the length, as well as being a very soothing sound for the nervous system. Now, once you've established that even inhale, even exhale, we're actually going to grow the length of the exhalation. So say, for instance, you're at a count of 5, 5. Just increase the exhale by 1 count. So you'd go to 5, 6. And as you increase that exhale, take more time to slowly and mindfully contract the abdomen. Just push the breath out. And then extend the breath, the exhale breath, by 2 counts. So again, if you were starting at 5, now the exhalation would be 7. Again, very slowly and mindfully contracting the abdomen. So you feel a mindful drawing inward as the belly button pushes towards the spine. And then let's try and extend it by one more count. And again, if any of this causes strain or stress, just stick with the count that's comfortable. But if you were starting at 5, maybe now you're at an 8. Exhale. So it's not so much that the quantity of air changes, but more that we're allowing a slower release through the valve, and in this case, the valve is the nostrils. And that's done through a little bit more conscious contraction, not just in the abdomen, but also that slight lifting of the pelvic floor. If you're comfortable, try taking it one more count. So if you started at 5, you'll now exhale for 9. Inhale remains the same, so it's staying at that first count. And then finally, we'll get to what we call 1 to 2 breathing, or V-SAMAVRITI breathing, where the exhale is twice the length of the inhale. So again, if we started at 5, we'll now have a 10 count exhale. And if it's too much, again, stick with the count that you can do without strain. Keep relaxing, letting go. At the same time, very mindful engagement in the abdomen and pelvic floor. And notice here too that if the longer exhalation perhaps facilitates a more expansive inhalation, not through force or gasping for air, but just through room that's been created. And we're going to take one more here, please. We're going to end the practice today meditation pranayamas, which is called Brahmari, the sound of the bee. If we learn from the bees, we see the effort they put in, constantly working from dawn till dusk, pollinating the flowers, making sure that everything in our world continues to grow. Each and every one of them has a special purpose. And they fulfill that dharma. So again, in your own mind, as we're doing this practice, I'd like you to visualize something that you really would like to manifest. Some possibility out there. And we're going to practice Brahmari with Shanmukti Mudra, which is a hand position. So the index finger goes into the corner of the eye and gently rests across without putting pressure on the eye. The middle fingers come right onto the bridge of the nose, right above the nostrils, but they don't plug the nose. They just act as if they're closing off the nose. The fourth finger is joined together just above the upper lip, and the fifth finger is joined together just below the lower lip. And these two act as if they're closing off the mouth. The last, but we're not going to do it quite yet, is to stick the thumbs into the ears or close the ear flaps with the thumbs. So that as we're chanting the B sound, the we'll feel that vibration more completely in the head as we've closed what they call the 7 gates, or the areas with which that vibration could leave. And we're going to do a round of 9. So take a deep inhale in. You'll have to count on your own. Begin. There's no rush, but when you finish, draw your chin in and lift the back of your skull. And listen for the sound of creation. Continue to listen for the sound of creation, but relax all effort. Feel a deep and overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility wash over the body and the mind. And in that tranquil space, once again, see your visualization as if it's already happened. Manifestation. And bring your hands to your heart and let your thumbs touch your sternum. And for one final time, we'll end the practice with the chant of Om, A-O-Um. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Another deep inhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. I hope that you had a wonderful experience and feel more peace and joy. I hope that you can spread this with your friends and family by liking and subscribing to our channel and sharing this video with those that you love. If you're interested, I have in the description below a link to my Patreon account, which gives 3 options for donations. And the library that we have established on YouTube is pretty extensive. There's a lot of options for full-length classes and different modified classes available to those that are part of the program. So thank you very much for your consideration and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste.